Watch. The Lord will prepare every human to see this last solar eclipse. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers, plural, of the heavens, plural, will be shaken. So although we do not know the exact day and time that Christ will appear, he from his own mouth punctuates the time in which he will return back to the earth. He said he will return, watch this word, immediately after the great tribulation period. What tribulation is he talking about? What days is he talking about? He's talking about everything he prophesied from verse 4 through verse 28. Hear me, that the Lord did prophesy in the first century that a time is coming, and I believe in our lifetime, in which the church, the American church, the global church, will be raptured out of the world. And then after we're raptured out, according to Thessalonians, the man of sin will be revealed, the Antichrist. The scripture tells us he will sign a 7-year peace treaty with the nation of Israel to protect them from their enemies. In the middle of that 7-year treaty, at the 3.5-year mark, he will break that peace treaty. He will move to Jerusalem. He will go into the rebuilt temple. He will set up an idol unto himself. It will be a talking idol, perhaps AI technology, and he will cause the whole world to worship him as God. It is called the abomination, and all the people who worship God in those last days. God at that point, because of that event, will then execute the full wrath and his force from heaven, pouring out on the earth what the writer of Revelation called bowls and woes and vials and trumpets. And there will be great natural disasters in the earth. Mighty earthquake, meteorites striking the earth, water turned into blood, people dying by the billions, men suffering so bad, the scripture says they will cry out for death, of desolation. He will desecrate the temple, and at that point in time, he will then unleash his fury to kill all the Jews and not find death. And those of us right now who are alive, playing church, playing conference, man, if the rapture happens, husband will be here, wife will be left. Children will be here, parents will be left. For those who are playing with Christ now, reject Christ now, should the rapture happen in a lifetime, they will enter into that 7-year tribulation that God says he was going to spare us from that wrath to come. Now, the Lord said, watch the text, immediately after that 7 years, as soon as it has come to an end, he will appear. Watch. And at his glorious coming, look at what happens in the earth. He said, the sun will go dark. Pause. This mighty gas giant that lights not only the earth but the entire solar system, he said the entire sun will go black. The molecule and the heat boiling in the sun that gives you light when you get outside in the parking lot will go completely black. The power of Christ is so strong, he'll turn off the sun like a nightlight. The sun will go black. When the sun go black, temperature will change. People will be running for fear. People will be in the dark. There will be a thick darkness that covers the earth because the moon is only a reflector of the sun, just like you are only a reflector of the sun, right? The moon will not give its light. Then he said the stars will fall from heaven. Everybody watch the text. He said when he comes, the stars will fall from heaven, i.e., right now, everything is being held together by the power of Christ. Right? You only know the sun is going to rise tomorrow because of the power of Christ. The moon is going to come out tonight because of the power of Christ. We can predict solar system and eclipse because of the order in the solar system, only because of the power of Christ. Christ is so powerful, he holds all things together. The writer to Colossians says, in him all things consist. Watch. But when Christ comes, he will display such power. Watch. He will loosen his grip from the universe, and then the universe will be in complete chaos. Planets will begin to move out of its orbit. Giant lights will go off in the dark. Stars will be flying through the solar system. There'll be crashes in the solar system. Watch. It will be blackness on the earth. Men will be tired. Men will be weary. Men will be dying. Men will be afraid. There will be great cataclysmic, cosmic signs in the sky and in the earth. Luke, the Gentile doctor, writing the parallel text about the second coming of Christ, he tells us the condition of men's heart when this day comes. This one day that scientists will not be able to explain. Luke tells us in Luke chapter 21 and beginning in verse 25, and there will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. And on the earth, what will be on the earth? Watch the word, distress. Of what? America? No. Of the UK? No. Of what? Nations will be in distress. And there will be perplexity because of the roaring of the sea that will no longer stay in place. And the waves that will no longer stay in place. Watch verse 26. People fainting with fear. You know what that is? People dying from fear. When the sun goes black and the moon goes black and the stars are flying through the galaxy and the waves are out of control and every nation is dealing with global blackness, Luke tells us in that day men will be so afraid they will die. Not from some asteroid. Fear will cause their heart to stop. That day will be so dreadful, so terrifying, that some people will actually drop dead because of fear. Cardiac arrest from the terror of knowing something is happening in the sky that they cannot explain. They will die from foreboding of what is coming. They will sense something is coming out the sky, and some people will just drop dead from fear. They will drop dead not knowing what's happening. And in that day, all of the nations of the world, their eyes are going to be fixed on the sky. Every nation on the planet, world governments, are going to be trying to figure out what's happening, and in that day, everybody's eyes will be glued to the sky. This is not uncommon for humanity. For every time we tell humanity there is an eclipse coming, you go buy your little glasses. Come on. You go buy your little glasses, and at the same time, and we all be gazing at the stars. And in this day, everybody watch, all of humanity will be staring at the sky. And then now that God has everyone's attention in the darkness, God, this is so powerful. Now that the world is black and God has every man and woman's attention, then the next verse will prophetically happen on that day. Verse 30, then will appear in heaven the sign. Some light would appear in heaven and everybody will see it. Some glorious cosmic something will appear in the sky and every person will see it. In America, we'll see it. In South America, we'll see it. In Europe, they'll see it. In the Far East, in Russia, they'll see it. And everybody will be gazing in the blackness at this brilliant light in the sky. And what is the sign that the whole world is going to see on this dreadful and glorious day? Jesus tells us so you don't have to figure it out. They will see the sign of the Son of Man. Watch this. Coming on the clouds the same way he left. For the scripture says he will return the same way he left. Acts 1, he leaves in the clouds. Jesus prophesies he will return on the clouds. And then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with what? With power, Jesus, and great glory.